Hello and welcome to the first ever.
Oh shit! You started.
I have started.
God, go on.
Come on, keep up. Welcome to the first ever recording, well, the second ever recording of Life's a Pitch. We just tried one and the fire alarm went off, but we'll continue.
Everything's fine though.
Yeah, everything's alright. Nothing's on fire.
No.
Welcome to the second ever recording of Life's a Pitch, an industry podcast for the creative community in Bournemouth and beyond. My name is Nabil Arif. I'll be your host, and I'm joined by my co-host and co-founder Viraj Vaz. Say hi, Viraj.
Hello.
That's Viraj. Just a little bit. This beginning episode is going to be a little bit about the podcast and what you can expect and why we started it. And originally, 2 years ago, we had this idea.
Long time.
It's been a long road, and we thought, let's do something that celebrates this amazing community that we're part of down in Bournemouth, and this hugely inspirational sort of scene that we have. And like I said, it's been a long 2 years, but we finally sat down, and I'm really excited to talk to you guys about Life's a Pitch and about the creative industry in Bournemouth. And the whole sort of premise of this show will be to have a different guest on each week who uses creativity in their respected field. So it's not just limited to advertising. There's I think we've got photographers, we've got academics, we've got people from industry coming in, and we just like to talk to them. Hopefully you guys get something out of it too. So I'd just like to start with a little bit of an introduction first. We don't have a guest for the first ever episode.
Sadly,
but we'll make do.
We can be each other's guests.
We
can do like a little sort of interview.
We could.
I ask you a couple of questions. You ask me a couple of questions. We ask our imaginary friend if we wanna.
Questions.
Tom, hi Tom.
But he can't speak, so we can talk you through. So, yeah. All right.
So should I kick it off then?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So Nabil, why are we doing this podcast? Why? No, you said that. Sorry. Why did you get into advertising, or what attracted you to the advertising world, the world of advertising, the world of commercials, the world of promotions, the world of sales, everything?
Are you done?
I'm done. Go on. Please answer. Please answer.
So, oh god, how do I say this without sounding preachy or like I'm waxing lyrical? Preach. So I got into advertising because I'd like to think I've always been quite a curious guy. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always been fascinated by why things are the way that they are, and what dictates that we should think this way or that way, or why it was the biggest question in my life. Those kids that those little kids that used to always ask you why for everything.
Yeah,
I used to get
annoying, aren't they?
You used to get really annoyed at them, but I used to do that, and I still do, and I love doing that. And I think that was what drove me to advertising. My story is really long and really boring, but I started off wanting to become like a physio and stuff like that, but I didn't get any good grades. So I got turned onto advertising, and the happy coincidences opened one door after another, and here I am, about to embark on my final year. I hope that wasn't too boring for everyone. How about yourself? How did you get involved?
Well, for me it was a bit slightly different. I am originally from India, and I stayed in Abu Dhabi for about 20 years, so I did a lot of my schooling and stuff there, where the syllabus and stuff didn't really get you to be creative. It was more or less just reading stuff off a textbook and then writing it down in an exam.
Sure.
And then moved to India for a couple of years. Really, it was just the culture and just how everything sort of went about. I don't know if you've seen any Indian ads, but
I've seen a couple.
The production value on those ads are insane. They spend millions and millions just to make this tiny little ad about selling like a gold chain or something. And I sort of piqued my interest there. And I always sort of wanted to go into something to do with economics or but I was really creative as well from a young age, doing paintings and loads of different things. And I sort of didn't want to just pick one of them and go down that one path. And I thought, what can I get both out of? And somehow advertising just sort of came up, and I could know that I could express all the creativity that I have, which I hope I have a lot, and also get that little strategic marketing planning sort of side to it as well. And that's sort of how I came in and joined Bournemouth University, and I am also in my final year. And I'm really looking forward to graduating and getting a bachelor's in advertising. How sick is that?
That sounds...
It's so close. 8 months we got.
Mate.
8 months.
And to think 3 years ago we were all starting on this and thinking,
we didn't really know what we wanted to do, did we? We just sort of went into it and we were like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, and hope for the best. It does sound weird though. 3 years ago we were embarking on this journey and you thought this is going to last forever, and now it's just final year.
And they've gone by so quickly.
But that's the thing, it always does, doesn't it? It always goes by. That's why you love things, because there's always an ending to it.
But yeah, so that's basically...
Just got really dark really quickly.
That's
really philosophical.
That's basically why me and Nabil sort of had this idea, like you said, 2 years ago, to sort of start this. Well, we didn't really know if it was going to be a podcast at first. We just sort of wanted to get our thoughts out, because I think we do consider ourselves to be like two really passionate people who sort of really are interested and, like you said, curious about learning new things and talking to people, picking their brains, learning from other people's experiences.
I think for me, it's about exposing my brain to as many different experiences as possible and being able to connect the dots, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I think chatting to people in industry, people who use creativity, because I don't think many people understand creativity. I don't think it's like a tangible asset that you can pin down. I think creativity means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. And I think as we go, we'll probably learn a little bit better about our own creativity and other people's creativity and sort of what drives it.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's sort of how this whole thing was born, really. We called it Life's a Pitch. Why do we call it Life's a Pitch, Nabil?
I don't know. I think we were searching.
How did we come up with that name? I completely... It's gone. I don't know. I don't remember.
You know, it's just, I think we had a lot of potential names for the podcast running through my mind specifically, and it was just I don't know how I can't remember. It's just sort of...
I think it was sort of like, it just randomly, we were probably chatting on like WhatsApp or something, and it just sort of came out.
Up.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't get it, Life's a Pitch, well, the word pitch has a lot to do with pitching, which is not the baseball thing, but
pitching,
what it is, but it's also pitching to your clients, pitching
for new
businesses, basically getting out your idea or putting across your idea to someone else, hoping that they'll like it and understand it, and then pay you for doing it. It's basically what it is.
Very succinctly put. Yeah. I like that.
So Life's a Pitch is a little play on words, as you may have guessed. And we like it. It's a nice name.
I like it.
I think it's simple. And yeah, so like I said, or like Nabil said, this is our first one. We hope to do many, many more. We're hoping to do a podcast every week or every 2 weeks, according to our schedule.
We might need to upgrade our equipment if this is going to
happen. Yeah, we right now. If you could only see us right now,
so
in the glory that we are in.
Describe the situation. We're currently in a small sized room.
It's a closet, really.
In our house.
It's tiny.
We've got. If I apologise profusely for the sound quality on this. I know that's quite bad, given the fact that we're recording a podcast, but we have started this on two sets of Apple headphones.
Yeah, connected with like one splitter cable to a Mac, and that's basically how this works.
But again,
to be fair, if you do think the quality of this audio is really good, that makes it even better for us, because we can just keep doing this. But we are, of course, planning to upgrade our equipment and get better stuff.
But again, it's just
the beginning.
You've got to start somewhere.
Yeah, it's just the starting of something new and something amazing, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah.
And we just hope to keep going, keep spewing out our thoughts, keep picking people's brains.
And hope you lot don't get tired of listening to us.
I know, please don't. If you do, just be nice. Just tell us you like us.
Just play it anywhere.
Just play it in the back. You don't have to listen to it. Just play it in the background.
Play it.
It's like you could be watching a movie. You could be. I tell you what, podcasts are a great thing to do while we're working out.
We make good background noise.
We do make good background noise.
Or if you need someone to put you to sleep, You know, just ask Vero to talk to you about football or Chelsea. You'll be done.
Oi, Diggs, mate, come on. I can't complain really. We did pretty bad last game. But yeah, so
Anything else you'd like to add?
I'm not sure actually. We've been going on for what is about 10 minutes right now.
It feels a lot.
Yeah, it feels a lot longer, doesn't it? We're gonna have to get used to this. We're gonna just have to get used to just keep on talking and talking.
Just you and me talking to each other. Hopefully we can work with another person other than just Tom in the corner. Tom in the corner.
Yeah. But yeah, we hope this goes well. We really want it to go well. We should be able to talk because we have loads of ideas for this. Yeah. We have so many ideas that we just need to put into practicality and to think of how we're going to make them happen. And we guarantee you that all of our ideas are amazing and you will enjoy them. I promise you. If you don't, I'll buy you Nando's or whatever you want. Not whatever you want. Poundland.
Poundland. I'm probably talking about Poundland.
That's
Poundland.
We are not sponsored by Poundland. Just say we'd love a sponsor. We should get a sponsor.
All right, calm down.
I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, Poundland's great.
What's that amount of time? Poundland, if you're listening and you want to sponsor an up and coming young podcast, hit me up on Twitter. The details are on SoundCloud.
Should we tell them about our social media as well?
Yeah,
so we've got a Facebook.
Not wanting to brag, but we've got 50 likes,
which is pretty good for like 3 days or something. We've got our Facebook, so that's just Life's a Pitch, is it?
Yeah, it is.
And then we've got a Twitter as well, which is
Life's a Pitch Pod.
Life's a Pitch Pod at Life's a Pitch Pod.
Yes.
We're not on anything else currently, but we will be on Instagram really soon.
Eventually, yeah.
We might even be on Snapchat.
Keep some mystery. Don't ruin it for them.
What?
We might even be on...
Well, we got to tell them, otherwise they're not going to follow us, are they?
We might be on LinkedIn.
We can't just expect them to go onto everything and just search for our podcast.
Maybe.
If you want it, that's great. But
we might get onto Foursquare and all of those.
Does Foursquare still exist?
I think so.
Really?
MySpace, we're on MySpace too.
Yeah.
Don't find my MySpace. Don't. Just save yourself the bother.
But yeah, so...
YouTube, everything.
YouTube.
Strava.
What is this going out on?
I'm on Strava. I'm on Strava. Shazam, all of it.
What is this going out on?
All the social media.
Oi. What's this going out on?
SoundCloud,
is this going out on SoundCloud or YouTube?
SoundCloud.
Alright. We will have a YouTube channel probably.
SoundCloud, if you're listening and you want to sponsor an upcoming podcast.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that's up.
Sponsor it. But
yeah, Life's a Pitch is on Facebook. On Twitter, it's Life's a Pitch Pod. We're on SoundCloud at Life's a Pitch. And yeah, that's where we've started off to begin with. And I think we've rambled on enough for 13 minutes. And yeah, just really excited about what's to come. And I feel really, really motivated and inspired to pour as much of my energy as I can into this, as well as juggling that with my studies and other things. Yeah, that's really what I've got to say. Thank you for listening and tune in next time. Do you want to add anything, Rowan?
No, just keep listening.
Amazing. We will see you next time. Thanks for listening, guys.
Bye.
Bye.